Well, today we are continuing our series of conversations about immigration, and we're asking the question, is the Canadian dream dead for new or prospective immigrants? So a recent report from the Institute for Canadian Citizenship showed a growing number of newcomers to Canada are choosing to leave after less than a decade. Some go home, some of them move on to a third country, and we also know that fewer permanent residents are becoming citizens than ever before. So what does all this say about the Canadian dream? And is Canada becoming more of a pit stop on the way to a bigger and better dream elsewhere? For more on that, we have Kubeir Kamal with us. He is a licensed immigration consultant and runs an immigration news website called Ask Kubeir. Hello there, and good morning to you.
Hello, Gloria. Nice to be here. Well, I guess there's a lot of factors that would indicate as to what we are hearing about people wanting to leave Canada for greener pastures. I mean, Canada historically has been or was considered as a greener pasture for people who are outside Canada, third world countries, Middle Eastern countries, countries in Africa, Canada being the first world country. But recently, within the last 2 to 3 years, or even actually earlier, people are finding it more difficult to settle down in Canada for various reasons. First of all, their experiences are not acknowledged in Canada. For example, even now, employers ask for Canadian work experience. I mean, how would a new immigrant have Canadian work experience if you would not give them that shot? Number one. Number two, their qualifications, their certifications, they're not acknowledged. So a doctor, let's say in South Africa, cannot be a doctor in Canada unless they jump through the hoops, pass a lot of examinations, go through the other certifications, which would take them about 3, 4, 5, sometimes even longer, that many years to get that certification so that they can then practice medicine in Canada. Though they have been practicing that for several years in their home country. That again demotivates them. The same thing is with engineers, same thing is with dentists and so many other professions which need license and certifications. It's extremely demotivating if you now have to come to Canada, being so experienced and such a professional in your home country, and you have to start from the scratch, or you have to then resort to driving Ubers because you have to make your ends meet. Other than that, for a lot of people, inflation, not being able to find a house, not being able to rent one, the loneliness, the whole, the factor that is prevailing right now across Canada in terms of how the housing crisis is, how the inflation is, how high the taxes are. I mean, you always heard of it, that the taxes are high, but it hits you really hard in your face when you actually land here and start shelling that out.